Previously on the Block NZ.
No, I don't think it goes in there.
Damo's run ragged through lack of sleep.
5 hours sleep in 3 days.
The paint, Jonah, paint.
But I am getting sick of working my guts out of them to hear Marie and James, Alex and Corbin.
Quinn's spirits hit an all-time low.
We try really hard to get things perfect, but we never do.
And after all the effort and heartache, it's victory for the usual suspects.
Back in the winner's circle again, Marie and James. And Alex and Corbin.
Tonight, it's a new room and much, much more work.
This is going to be the stupidest week on the block so far.
And with another $1,000 up for grabs, there's a whiff of foul play in the air.
Shannon mentions that, there might be some people planning their scores. No one is saying a word. Something's up.
Wow.
And it doesn't smell good.
Something fishy going on.
Yeah.
It all starts now.
The Morning Rumble on the Rock with Rog, Lear and Bryce. And how's this weather? Days and days of sunshine.
It's day 40 on the Block NZ, and our houses are inching ever closer to completion. Last week, the teams thought they'd been pushed to their limits, creating 2 kids' rooms. But this week, believe it or not, the stakes are even higher, because the room I'm about to give them is one of the most important in the house. So the teams are going to have to be at the top of their game. Drop the ball and you're out this week. Speaking of balls, just to keep everyone on their toes, I'm going to be throwing them an extra, rather large curved one this morning.
It's time to get down to the Challenge Warehouse.
Morning, everyone. Morning. Okay, we're entering my favourite week on the Block NZ. Kitchen and dining room week. What do you mean no?
That's the one I'm dreading.
It's kitchen and dining. It's a huge week, and I think everyone's been waiting to get out of their tent, so we've all been looking forward to this.
By the end of the week, you can kiss goodbye to that communal dining room of yours, all right? And at the end of the week, something very weird will happen. Your houses will start to really feel like homes, which only goes to prove just how important it is to get the right kitchen.
The task of tackling the kitchen, it's a humongous space, but we've had to do 2 rooms the last 2 weeks as well, so we're kind of getting used to it.
Now, what do the judges want? They want function and they want flow. They say the kitchen is the most used room in the house. Lighting with a kitchen, crucial. As always, there'll be $4,000 from Kiwibank for the couple who fits the judge's brief the best. And when I look at your online bank balances right now, you could all do with that. And once again, I'm going to give you the opportunity to judge each other's work, go away, score each other's bedrooms, and the couple who gets the highest score will, of course, get another $1,000 towards their budget. Oh, and there's just one more thing. You know the scaffolding and the shrink wrap that took so long to arrive? Well, it's about to start coming down.
No.
So what I'm thinking is it's best if this week is also exterior painting week.
No. What?
It is a massive job. So you need to use that scaffolding to get up there and paint, and use the shrink wrap while it's still there to keep your painting dry.
That's ridiculous.
Kitchen, dining and painting the exterior of the house. So I've scheduled in Zero Sleep. Hopefully we'll still be alive next Saturday.
Unless, of course, you won Dinner Wars, Quinn and Ben.
I promise we'll help everyone.
Whatever.
Thank goodness we won that paint challenge, because we would be stuffed.
You have a team of Dulux premium painters who are going to come and paint the entire exterior of your house in Dulux Weathershield paint. How good would that be right now, Marie?
Oh!
It would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it?
Burn. It would be pretty good.
Okay, into it.
No.
And there's a lot to get into. All I can say is best of luck.
Thanks, mate.
Having scored no room reveals, and with the most expensive room yet to create, things are looking bleak for Quinn and Ben and Joe and Damo.
Oh, I'm sick of losing, eh?
With $1,000 up for grabs, will they be tempted to turn the tables on their teammates? It's time to take a closer look at the opposition.
Ooh! Oh, wow.
First up is Marie and James's winning kids' room, which is a sailing success.
They've made the wardrobe around the bed.
Oh my gosh. They are smart cookies.
It's very cool.
Wow.
They've done really well. I love this boat bed, eh?
Oh, wow, it changes the light colour. I think it was exactly what the judges love, like a clear theme, heaps of colour. I think they did a really good job.
But there's one short oversight.
Your legs are going to be... Oh, you're going to have negative legs.
Next up, it's Marie and James's moody teens room.
Oh, this is cool. I really like the tiger, and I love the curtains.
Yeah, actually, this is the same colour combo as Alice and Caleb's room. This is amazing. I got nothing to say except I'm quite shocked that we won teens room. Just the amount of effort that's gone into this is just huge. The competition is just getting better and better with each week that goes by. Marie and James aced it this week. They have just raised the bar, and it just feels like game on now.
It's perfect.
We all got the same stuff.
Yeah, man.
The winning teens room went to Alex and Corbin, but I'm guessing it might bring on a teenage rage for Marie.
That's different. I like the shelf above the bed. I gotta be a little bit honest. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
We could have walked away with $8,000 and yeah. I kind of expected to walk in and be like, whoa. I don't agree with the judges. You know, I really do think we probably had the better room, and I'm probably being biased because it's ours. But in terms of, you know, taking risks and using colour, which is what they actually asked for, we did that.
This is cute. It's just simple, and they've done some clever things.
Oh, well, good times. Next week, eh?
Alex and Corbin's kids' room is a feat of engineering wizardry.
He's obviously made all this himself, though.
Yeah. Do you reckon he made the bed as well?
Yes, I do. The cool thing is they've probably done it a bit cheaper than us as well.
Is that cool?
It's cool for them, it's not for us.
That's really cool. They have made space for like the kids to play around in.
Yeah.
Like I actually want to just go and draw on the board, and again, very well staged.
Expectant parents Quinn and Ben went for a fantasy theme in their kids' room. But their wow factor might just have a kid running for the covers.
Oh, that's really nice. Oh, that is a scary tree.
The only thing I don't like in the room is the tree.
Yeah.
Quinn and Ben's teen room got the thumbs up despite their worries about it.
Ooh. Hey, cool wallpaper.
It's pretty flash, eh?
Yeah, nice colour. Maybe.
Awesome.
It's very, very elegant, eh? So definitely a guest room. I think Ben and Quinn underestimated themselves this week.
Yeah.
They were joking about how bad their rooms were, and maybe they had a really big vision for them. But what they've done is actually definitely not as bad as they were making it out to be.
Yeah.
You could actually turn this into any room. You could even turn this into a nursery because the colours are so cool. Like adding bright colour with a dark wall and that pretty wall, you could turn it into a nursery or anything.
Being a children's clothing designer, Jo should have taken the opposition out with her kids' room. The judges couldn't see the wood for the trees.
Ah, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at that tree.
It's interesting they put the bed in the middle because you kind of, when you imagine a kid playing in a room, they want as much space.
I get what the judges are saying about how there's no space to play, but it's a kid's room. It looks cool.
It looks cool, yeah.
And Joe and Damo are branching out again in their teenager's bedroom.
Screams Joe's design, eh?
Yeah.
You can tell, it's so good. It's definitely more a guesty room. I think they did kind of what we were doing as well.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, it's a jungle! Okay, I'm seeing now that the sacrifice we made with the laundry has paid off because we have bigger rooms. Everyone did a really good job this week. You know, I think these are probably some of the best rooms that people have done.
But the others' victory brings on another wave of nausea for Quinn. And this time it's not because she's pregnant.
When we start thinking about what the front two houses have won, makes you feel a bit sick. It's honestly over 100 grand.
So with two teams in the red, how will they vote? Is it time for the back houses to turn sour grapes to something much more palatable?
$1,000, I mean, it's pittance for them compared to what they've won, and it's massive for us.
It's kitchen week on the Block NZ, and the pressure's on to come up with the winning formula.
Everyone's going hard on Monday afternoon.
With a limited time to draw up a plan, Alex and Corbin have come to Peter Hay Kitchens to get advice from the experts.
Peter Hay aren't just installing our kitchen, they're also installing everyone else's. So it's incredibly important for us to get in there first and get all of ours in, because we don't want to be at the end of their list.
So the shelving in here, we can use a 30mm Melteca and have floating shelves so we can hide all the fixtures and fittings so it will just look like it's floating off the wall.
This is definitely a week that we do not want to screw up. This is the one that we've been looking forward to the most and dreading the most.
We do want to go for a marble, quite luxurious look. I think that definitely creates a
kind of high-end feel.
High-end feel, definitely. So this, because it's got tones of brown, and we're actually thinking about bringing in some brass accents.
Oh, that would look great.
Yeah.
Absolutely great.
The colours and the tones that we're going for is a navy, which is a really rich tone, marble, we're wanting a white grey marble, and then we're going to tie in brass as well as just a very, very minimal feature.
When you walk on the left-hand side, you'll see the beautiful oak dining table, the booth seat and wall art, and also a hex lamp above it. Straight ahead, you'll see the kitchen with our beautiful marble bench tops, our cube tile back wall and splashback. On the right, we've got the scullery, which also has the marble bench tops, brass inlay, the oven tower, and the wine chiller. Yeah, kitchens sell houses, so this is a really important week. We know exactly what we want, we have our buyer in mind, and we're just hoping that the judges like what we do.
Or we could maybe introduce a timber option and tie the two areas together.
Exactly what we were thinking. We're really happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
You're
I'm really
Thanks,
excited.
Michelle.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Kitchen and dining.
Yeah.
Such a big week coming up.
Quinn and Ben, last again.
After coming last for the third week in a row,
It's not a great result this week.
Quinn and Ben's confidence is at an all-time low. But they're going into this week with a clearer vision from the start.
We haven't won anything, as you know, but neither did Pete and Andy until landscaping week. So they won one. I'm sure we can win at least one room. We keep getting knocked down week after week after week, challenge after challenge, and we're just picking ourselves up and we're just going to smash it this week.
Should I just draw the outline of that sort of lower level so that we can plan the kitchen?
Yep. All right.
I'll try to.
I really love real dark bench tops. I love the look of like a herb garden in the kitchen. I just think it looks so nice, one of those living walls.
I'll tell you what I think we should put in. Black sink.
Like the inside of it. Oh. We're looking for a standout feature, and I think along with our really dark bench top, having a black sink is just going to look awesome and make us stand out from the rest.
In our kitchen, we've got a huge island with a massive amount of bench space and a massive black sink. And the floorboards are going to create a lot of indoor-outdoor flow straight out to the deck.
We're going to have some pendant lights over our island and then a massive dining table for the whole family, but I want a bench on one side and seats on the other. We've got a pretty spacious scullery. We want all the mess to be left in that scullery, so we've got our dishwasher and another sink in there. Feeling good about this week, and I think it's going to be our week, Moose.
All right, cool.
Across town, Marie and James are next in line at Peter Hay Kitchens. And property valuer James knows just how important it is to get a kitchen that excites potential buyers.
The kitchen and dining space is really important for the overall house. Especially in our house, it's going to be the heart of the house. It's right in the middle and it's part of this big open plan living area. So it's going to be really important that we get the proportions right.
I'm Marie.
James.
So we're here at Peter Hay Kitchens. We want a nice, clean, practical kitchen. We really want to bring the natural elements into the home, especially that kitchen.
This is a very European looking kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, lots of square lines.
Yeah.
Mark mentioned that they'll be looking for flow, so we'll probably look to have a nice big island bench in the middle with a wraparound so you can walk around both sides.
And this is a brand new Caesar stone
Brand
marble.
new?
Yeah, this is the first sample in New Zealand. And
Nice.
this will probably be the first top they do.
We are getting stone that has never been in New Zealand before. The first time it ever will be in New Zealand will be in our home. I like that.
As you walk into the left-hand side, a custom-made dining table built by our builder Martin with a full set of 8 chairs around it and a pendant light hanging from the ceiling. Then on the floor, throughout the dining and kitchen, we're going to have the same timber flooring as in the family room. And then in the kitchen, we've got gloss white cabinetry and a beautiful Caesar stone benchtop, which has a marble finish. Then on the back wall, we've got a splashback. Walk around the corner and you've got the butler's pantry, which will have a sink and the microwave and all the utilities and storage you need.
We're so excited.
Morning. How's it going?
While Marie's excited with the prospect of her new kitchen, Joe and Damo are feeling down in the dumps. Unlike Quinn and Ben, they've got to do all their painting and somehow find the money to pull off a first-class kitchen.
We haven't had any room wins, and so Alex and Corbin and Marie and James seem to be basically raking in the cash every week.
So with limited funds, Joe's going to have to nail it on the design front if she's to beat the others.
The butler's pantry or scullery in there. So we need to do some cool tiling and stuff in there as well, and also
splash.
backsplash.
Splashback, yep.
What did I call it? Backsplash.
You must be tired.
Our plan for our kitchen is to try and keep it sort of with lots of natural colours in there. We're going to have a concrete stone bench top, and we're going to have a beautiful splashback done in white, which has got a really nice texture to it. And we're going to have some nice artwork, some floating shelves in Rimu, and some wooden bar stools. In our scullery, we're going to have lots of shelving and storage space and a separate sink as well. In our dining room, we're going to have these big, beautiful Rimu beams, which actually go between the entry and the living area. We're going to have a large wooden table with metal chairs, a pendant lamp and a big arrangement on the table. We're also going to have a living wall, which is next to our wine cellar, which is under the stairs. I think having a wine cellar is pretty luxurious, and I would love to have a wine cellar. So, yeah, I think it's going to be real cool.
Having planned their kitchen, Marie's doing a budget check.
We won this week, which is really cool, but I think it's already been spent. The bathroom was the biggest overspend at $4,000 over, so it's a big spend. So I think that $4,000 we won has just gone straight back to cover those bills. So thank goodness we won. I wish we won $8,000 now.
It's kitchen week, and all the teams are about to confront the hardest few days on the Block NZ so far. Not only do they need to get all the basics done, like insulating and putting up gyp plasterboard before their kitchen cabinets arrive tomorrow, but they also need to paint their houses before the shrink wrap and the scaffolding comes down at the end of the week. It's a heavy load, and the team feeling it the most are Joe and Damo, who are getting the day's lowdown from the Wolf.
We've got to get the units in tomorrow.
The kitchen.
Yes,
Right.
in order to get the tops templated to get them back by Thursday so that the plumber has a decent chance on Friday to get all of the appliances and the fittings in.
We're going to be screaming to get jib up.
Just to get jib up.
Yep. Okay.
So my first inspection is probably in about 2 hours' time.
Okay,
So if you can get insulation in, your favourite job. Jib plaster guys are here, so I need somewhere to lay it down.
Yeah. I'll run to it. We'll get it cleaned up. Cool. If you want to find the broom, then we can start having a bit of a sweep up and
Broom. There's no broom. The kitchen week is obviously such an important week and you want to put as much time into it as possible, but then we've got this added pressure that we've got to paint the exterior of the house. And it's not like painting the front door, that's painting the exterior of the house. It's a huge job.
It's pretty massive and it needs to be banging, eh?
Banging.
Hey, high five!
At House 2, Marie and James's builder Martin's raising the white flag. He's as stumped as they are by the week ahead.
We've got another massive week.
Yeah.
In fact, it's huge.
I know, it's
Hundred
pretty
things that-
scary.
Yeah.
Like, every time I think about it, I get knots in my stomach.
But
I'm pretty
we need
nervous.
to get a good start on it today.
The biggest thing I'm worried about is time. You know, we have in our team some really big ideas and we really all want to get them done. So this morning is really spent on weighing out what's priority and what needs to be done. Aim for pre-line at midday and then we just smash it. We just get put the jib up.
Yep,
Yeah.
Exactly. That's good, but
I think you're more nervous than me. It's a tough day. You know, Mondays usually are quite manic, but I think today is going to be super ultra manic.
At House 3, Alex is having a run-in with the Sparky, who needs to lay cables where she's insulating.
I've got to go everywhere, basically.
Even in there?
Yep.
But I need to insulate.
I need a wire, but
Okay, this is going to be the stupidest week on the block so far.
We have literally half a day to prepare our entire kitchen, scullery and dining room.
So we're going to pre-wire, insulate, jib and plaster within 5 hours.
The team with the least to do are Quinn and Ben, who are turning over a new leaf this week. Instead of letting the builders make all the decisions for them like they did in bathroom week, Ben's in the driving seat this week. Or so he claims.
there's no plug for a spire out there, is there?
We definitely need to do it this week because otherwise we're not going to be able to get any cabling through here after this because the jib's going up.
We've kind of got a new strategy this week and we're really going to take a hold of our project and we're going to be in charge.
It's quite hard to manage all of these guys and make sure that no one gets in each other's way. So we've got this handy whiteboard telling everyone when they're coming in, when they should be going and when we need stuff finished by, so it's working.
At House 2, to stay ahead of the game, Marie and James are discussing exterior paint options to go with their brick cladding.
I don't know, I'm really just scared because if we go with the brown, we're a very different house on the street. And that's a good point, and it can be a bad point. And then if we go with the grey, we kind of blend in with our neighbours.
No, we can go for like a colours sands.
I don't want to go any lighter or light like this. I want to go darker.
James is so nonplussed, Marie might as well be talking to a brick wall. In fact, the brick may have the answer.
In the brick, there's supposed to be a clue, isn't there?
Yeah, there's all sorts of colours in the
This is hard. I'm just so nervous because it's the first thing that people see. And our house is the most dominant on here, on this site. As you walk down the street, we're the first house you see.
I'll know if it looks good once it's done.
Yeah, but it's too late then. It's an emotional roller coaster that goes a bit like this with us. You know, we have some moments where we're completely on the same page and we're just going straight the whole way. And then there's a moment where we hit a speed bump and we go back down.
While James and Marie battle it out over brown versus grey, Ben's going the easy route. He's getting advice from the Wolf.
That's nice.
You reckon that for the beams?
Yeah, I think so. So, full strength Dulux narrow neck there, and then either water or an 8. And this will sort of stand out a little bit more. You could always get the Dulux people in. I love it. Yeah, colour consultant.
I'd love to.
Yeah?
I just thought it was too late.
Haven't bought the paint yet.
Yeah, I heard that we've got a bit of a deadline for our Dulux paints, so I sort of freaked out and realised I haven't chosen them yet. Quinn's not here, so I just made a few calls and a few decisions, and Pete's going to go and sort it out for me.
Do you think one of these two?
Decisions. At House 2, Maria's still strong-arming James to go for grey over brown.
Like, are you nervous about it too? Because I just feel like you're not, like, it's really sold on it. Is that why you're being like that?
Nervous about it, but I think I made my decision a long time ago about what I wanted.
Yeah, but you never sold it. Like, at least I tried to sell you my idea.
Yeah.
You've not tried to convince me your decision, that's all.
When James gets frustrated with me, he just stops talking, and I find it really annoying because I need him to communicate to me. We can't get anywhere if we don't talk.
This is all I'm being concerned about. That's all, James.
And really, he's just biting his tongue before he gets mad at me.
So brown, white, black, grey. It's a very colourful house.
Meanwhile, Quinn and Ben and Joe and Damo are swanning around Peter Hay Kitchens.
Joe's got a dream day of coming to Peter Hay's to have a look at a new kitchen. Haven't you, Joanna?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the look that we're looking for is something maybe like a dark bench top with some nice white cupboards.
But we want to make it nice and sleek and kind of sophisticated as well.
The Warabi white satin, which is a thermal
really
door.
like that.
It's a really nice, soft white.
Do you love that white?
Yes, it's white.
I love it. I want a white kitchen because it's just always been what I really, really like, and I think that you can either do it really, really good or really, really not so good. So that's the only thing we have to be careful of.
So here we've got a selection of grey bench tops.
We feel like white on white has been done so many times, and so we want something a wee bit different.
So yeah, that one's probably the one for us, I think.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
We're just going to add the elements of colour through with the accessories.
Well, I've come up with a lot of ideas, haven't I, honey, for the kitchen? Hey.
Elsewhere on site, everybody's working at breakneck speed to get the kitchens ready for their post-line inspections.
Just put the insulation and jib up. Something for the council inspection.
2 p.m, Craig wanted this back wall jibbed, but we're not going to get that.
It's not going to happen, no.
We're doing some very, very different things with our design, as usual, and adding a whole bunch of features that are going to require a lot of work.
In 40 minutes, I'm making a call whether the jib fixes come at 2.
Okay.
So we've got time to make that call, so we just need to make sure everyone's happy. And I still, in an hour and 40 minutes, have to do all this and insulate.
Alex needs to pick up the brackets for the cantilevered seat they're making for the kitchen. But if she goes now, she'll be leaving Corbin in the lurch.
I was going to head out today to get some stuff that we are urgently needing to confirm for the kitchen and dining. But the priority is really to pass post-line inspection. By 2 p.m, we have to have all of our insulation and part of our jib up.
Kitchens sell houses. Kitchens with wow factor get top dollar come auction time. And Joe and Damo think they have just the thing to make it happen.
How are you?
Nice to see you again.
How you doing? You guys after some more timber?
Yeah, and between the dining room and the entry, we've kind of like got the little hallway bit.
Okay.
And we want to do some big posts so that you see through the entry, but it's still kind of got that sort of barrier with the pillars.
Right, okay. I think I've got just the stuff for you. The recycled old stuff's the one you want to go for.
Yeah?
It won't move. It's been doing its moving for the last 100 years, you know, so...
What I love about all this old wood is that it's all got an old story, you know, it's had a life beforehand, and it's just really nice that it gets to be put into something else.
This came from an armory that makes bullets that kill people. Okay, so
That's a good story.
it's a good story.
It's a good story.
Yeah, I like that story.
It's a good story. That sort of size would be really good.
150 by 100. Have you guys thought about using Carry?
Cowrie.
It'd be probably a good option for us to, like, if you had a small offcut and we could take it home tonight and
No worries.
see what it looks like at home.
Yep. All right, guys, here you go.
All right.
Awesome.
It's a nice piece of Carry.
Cool.
Just chuck a varnish on there and see what you reckon, but it's really nice, hard Carry.
Back on site, the building inspector's on the prowl, and his first stop is Alex and Corbin's.
What have you been doing?
Faffing around, eh?
And they've got to do their metre out on the ceilings. Finish that there. So I think we'll come back. We'll put this one down as a little fail and we'll come back tomorrow.
What's that?
You said you're a failure.
It's all right. We just failed our inspection because we don't have our jib on. You know, he's going to come back in the morning. We were never going to get it done, so it's fine. We'll just carry on.
Next, it's on to house 2.
Good.
We're real lucky with our building.
And we'll just come the other side of it later on. Shouldn't fall over with all those screws in there. No, it's not. Well, 300 centres. Yeah. 13 on the ceiling. Yeah. All your baseline's done. It's good. It's a pass. Right, Pil? Carry on.
We're the only ones to pass, boys! We're ahead!
To celebrate passing all their inspections on time, Marie's serving up a Kiwi delicacy. But it's not what the Scottish builder had in mind.
Do you know what these are, eh?
No.
They're cocktail sausages.
Wee Willy Winkies, I call them.
What?
Wee Willy Winkies.
This is what we call Cheerios, and you put it in the sauce, and then you eat it. That's what we do in New Zealand.
Well, we have haggis.
Isn't that the blood thing? What's that?
Sheep's intestine.
Oh, no, I'm not cooking that for you. How about you do that, and I'll cook you an island dish. We cook you besupo, which is like, corned beef. I'll cook you corned beef.
Right.
While Martin contemplates his wee Willy Winkies, over at House 3, Corbin's fitting a bracket for his cantilevered bench.
We're actually going to have the bench seat cantilever over so you can actually unscrew it and move it across depending on where your dining table ends up. That means that if someone doesn't like the table exactly where it is, or if they get a smaller table, they can move it around. So once again, a bit of future-proofing. So this should be a little bit, that's spot on. Solid as a rock.
Having chosen the colour for their house, Ben's brought Quinn to Bunnings Warehouse to buy the paint. But what seems like an easy task turns out to be a bit of a head-scratcher.
Oh my God, so man. It's not really doing anything for me.
Tell you what, it's pretty lucky that we are getting our thing painted because we don't know what we're doing. We need to paint our entire house.
Entire house?
Yeah.
Outside.
Outside.
So we just need a whole lot of the colour narrow neck.
Yep. Is it going to be semi-gloss, low sheen, or gloss? This is the feel of the colors here. It's the exact same color, just the different sheen level. So the higher the sheen is, it's easier to clean, but it will show the imperfections in the wall. But if you go for a low sheen, it will hide all of the imperfections, but it will be slightly harder to clean.
I don't know.
I don't think we want a shiny house.
No, we don't want a shiny house. Oh, well, we'll have a think about that.
No,
Cool.
we have to choose right now. No
Well, I
time
can't
to
remember
think.
what we've chosen. We've already chosen it.
Low sheen.
Low sheen, yeah. There you go. All your narrow necks, all done. Thank you very much.
Cool, thanks, Aid.
Cool, thank you.
Cheers, man.
See ya.
Have a good day. Best of luck.
Cheers.
Back on site, Marie and James are still going through testing times with the wood stain.
Definitely not that one, so you can just stop. Like, do any of these colours that you instantly just love?
Not really.
This is the thing that I'm getting frustrated with. Like,
Do you like any of them?
I don't like either of these two.
Well, then we'll have to find something in the middle. So can you find anything that's in between?
No, I want you to pick the one in between.
You want me to pick it?
And then I will see if we're picking the same one. That's not in between, that's lighter than both of them. I'm just getting frustrated because James seems to keep going back to this light sand, which we both agreed to not get.
I'm picking what I think is in between. I'm not trying to do it to contradict you, so stop treating me like that. If you've got one in mind, then just tell me what it is.
It's a really big decision and you can't just go, yeah, I'll just do it like that. James, man.
Man, that's a tough decision, eh?
Pretty hard.
What would you do?
I'd probably go mainstream and go dark, eh?
As the Great Divide reaches an impasse, Jo's blundering her way through the building lingo.
So what colour would you do the fascist?
The fascias.
Fascias.
The fascias, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be doing them that thunder grey, just to match your garage door and your reveals that you've already done.
With so much to do and no money to get extra tradies to help, Joe's finding it hard not to feel resentful.
I'm not jealous of the other teams, but yeah, I mean, they've got a great start for this week. These guys have each won $4,000. These guys are getting their painting done this week. And we're on our own. We've got what we've got in the bank, and we've still got to do all the work.
How's it looking, boys?
But Joe and Damo aren't alone. Quinn and Ben are also feeling a little hard done by.
I don't think they realise how much money they've won compared to us. We've won $1,000. They've probably won 15 grand each.
Joined together by the weekly disappointment of losing.
But I am getting sick of working my guts out and then having to go to Challenge Warehouse to hear Marie and James, Alex and Corbin, Marie and James.
It's time to turn the wheel of fortune to their advantage.
Yeah, so old Ben Dog came over this morning and pretty much said, do you want to form an alliance?
We decided that the front two houses have won enough money so far, and if we can do anything about it, we're going to.
All those weeks of watching the judges' pets walk away with the prizes has led to a bitter backlash.
They've won upgrades, they've won heaps of cash, they have just won so much. And this is $1,000, like that's like empty your piggy bank. Oh.
So with the promise of $1,000 now within their grasp, what sort of scoring skullduggery is on the cards?
We're going to give each other 10 out of 10 for the rooms, and then we're just going to score the other two fairly.
But for Joe and Damo, it's not without a tinge of guilt.
As soon as that alliance was set and Ben had left, Damo's like, oh, we shouldn't have done that, we shouldn't have, no, we can't vote like that. I do not feel guilty one single little bit about what we're doing.
It's day 40 on the Block NZ, and the team's kitchens are now insulated and there's jib plasterboard going up. But despite the good progress, so far only House 2 has passed their postline inspection.
We're the only ones to pass, boys!
While the tradies are hard at work, Joe's out curtain shopping for the kitchen dining area.
Hi. How are you doing? Good. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Good.
How's it all going for you guys?
Oh, but chaotic.
Yeah, I bet.
So we're at Warwick Fabrics, which is one of Freedom's suppliers, and looking for some fabric ideas for our living area.
So you said you wanted like a linen kind of look thing, yeah?
Yeah, like, and I quite like the idea of like sheer as well.
Yeah.
So we have to find something that they've got in stock because we don't have time to order it in because it's going to be being put up on Friday. It's like a rainbow. Oh, I don't quite go. Hang on, it's better. Lots of beautiful fabrics. Gotta keep picking out the red spot ones, which are the expensive ones. All the ones I like are guaranteed red. Kind of targeting professional, but probably with children.
Right. White will mark. The chalk would probably be the safest sort of option because you don't see any handprints or dirty marks or where the cat might rub up against it.
I'll be able to let you know by today because we've got to order it today.
Woohoo.
Thanks. See ya.
See you later.
Back on site, everyone's going gangbusters when Shannon arrives with the results of Judge Your Own Room.
You've had the opportunity to take a look at each other's rooms yet again. You feeling all right with the final scores now that you've had a chance to take a look at everyone's handiwork? Yeah. Marie?
Yeah. Interested to see what everyone else thinks. After looking at all the houses, we feel like we've got another good chance at winning a bit of extra cash. So yeah, I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping that we've come through on this one by the others.
I got a little bit sweaty. I was trying to like lean back so Marie couldn't see me.
All right, you've got another chance to win that extra $1,000 in your Kiwi bank accounts right now, so it's very important. The maximum score that you can get today out of the two rooms is 60. Marie and James, your block neighbours have given you 44. Alex and Corbin, you have been awarded a final score 43.5.
My heart starts racing. I think, okay, it's just like the judges, half a point. I think maybe everyone's, matched up to the judges this week.
Quinn and Ben, your final score is 45.5.
Just the overall feeling standing there just dropped. Wow.
I think there's some strategy coming into play.
Oh, the back houses, they're all quiet, aren't they?
You could see Corbin looking down the line like that. And Ben and Quinn were next to us, and us all four are just...
You could win that extra $1,000. But Joe and Damo do. The final score of 48.
Oh my gosh.
Nice one, guys.
Felt really bad.
Felt really bad.
'Cause I could see Marie, she's very competitive. I could feel her eyes burning on the side of my head.
48, probably the highest score ever on the block, and they didn't meet brief. So it's evident that someone's been playing some funny games.
Something fishy going on.
Yeah.
Well done. Far out.
Good planning, guys.
It's kind of not fair. It makes it hard for us when we're just trying to judge on what we think is the best and just give our honest opinion. So
Marie looked pretty sour, but I don't know, we lose everything. And so it's just it's a game. You can't win everything.
You get that extra $1,000 into your Kiwi bank account. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, you guys have a lot of work to catch up on, so I'll let you get back to it. Okay. Off you go.
Cheers.
Cool. Mondays have become a really cold day, this judging and reveal of the scores. Yeah, the vibe on the site is very cold.
As the sun sets on a frantic day on the Block NZ, there's no time for Marie to dwell on the double cross from the back houses. She has matters to attend to that are much closer to home.
I need to make my James laugh. He's been a grump all day. Maybe this will help.
Jake! It worked. He's smiling.
Slate might work. Charcoal might work.
That's your charcoal.
Do you like charcoal or licorice, Marie?
We came here for browns, but now we've gone dark, so I think I may have won this. Yes. Have a look at that section over there. What does the P word say?
Popular.
What colour tones are they?
Creamy brown.
Popular. Means money.
You seem so happy with yourself.
It's been a manic Monday, and the teams are starting to bear the fruits of their labour.
Plastering on a Monday. That's unheard of. So far, our new approach is doing it for us.
7 weeks of no room. We now have this. We've been having the best weeks ever.
So we've got heaps done today, so we're stoked.
Are you filming?
Yeah, I can see your head.
Get it on your videos.
How's the bath?
So amazing.
It's day 2 of Kitchen Week, and the teams are up early. With so much to do and so little time, it's a race to get their jib plasterboard up before the kitchen cabinetry arrives in a couple of hours.
At 9:30 we've got the inspection. What is he looking at? Post line.
He just wants to look at the fire line on the ceiling. That's it. So.
Yesterday when we got started it felt like it was an uphill climb that we just were never going to finish. But actually this is quite doable.
Got put the ceiling jib up, and guys from above board are here to start the plastering so the kitchen can be installed. So it's all go as usual.
It's going to work this week. I can feel it in my bones. The fact that we don't have to paint the exterior of the house puts us ahead of everyone else, even before we've started. So this is our week to win.
Everyone's on track except for Joe and Damo. Peter Wolfkamp's estimated they had more than enough jib plasterboard to finish the job, and he's given 2 sheets to the other teams. And Damo is furious.
We could have finished all right, but he gave one to Alex and Corbin and one to Marie and James because they thought they didn't have enough, which they didn't. So they got finished. Now we're 2 short.
So what do we do now?
Can't do anything about it. We have to cut out small pieces, which takes time now, and re-jib the ceilings. So Marie and James and Alex Corbin are now jib stopping, and we're way behind.
At House 2, Marie won't back down on her choice of grey for the stain colour for their shadow cladding. And she's convinced it's better than James's brown colour palette.
This one's my favourite. I think it goes really well with the brick. It's got a nice bluey black. James will never admit that he's stubborn. I don't think anyone does. And he will not admit that I was right to go with a dark or grey colour.
All right, that's that colour.
Yes!
I
won!
Since you won, you can get a bunnies and get it.
The confusion, I think, was that this whole time I was saying brown, I really meant grey.
He just doesn't want to admit that he was wrong. He's being stubborn.
It's 10 a.m. and Alex and Corbin have passed their post line and joined Marie and James and Quinn and Ben at the next stage, plastering.
We basically have every man and his dog in the kitchen. They'll just down in our kitchen with their hand drills.
Kitchen's going pretty good. The plasterers are in the butler's pantry getting that finished.
Well, we have got all the jib up now and we're just waiting for the plaster to dry. Way ahead of the game.
And just as well, Ben, because Peter Hay have turned up with everyone's kitchen cabinetry. While that may be a cause for celebration in houses 1, 2 and 3, it's a cause for concern in house 4.
Every week we get to, we always just make it, and this is the first time we've been so far behind, and it's probably the busiest week we've got as well. Bloody Wolfkamp.
The team from Peter Hay need to have the cabinetry installed in all of the houses by the end of the day so they can make the template for the marble bench tops. And with no wiggle room, miss the deadline and forget about getting a bench top in time for judging. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and Damo's just had a brainwave.
I rang up Batman and said if he wanted to do a bit of a grab and run, but he wasn't into that sort of work, so I thought I'd take it upon myself to go and have a snoop around, see if I could get me some jib plasterboard.
And what do you know? He finds 3/4 of the piece of jib plasterboard that the wolf took from him.
It works pretty good.
That's a pretty big offcut.
I had a look around and then I thought of the rich kids living at the front there. So we found the jib plasterboard at Corbin's and it was ideally suited for our house. So we picked it up, shot down the drive and in the house. Sweet.
Hey, Benny. Yo. Do you know where all our jib's gone?
Quick, before someone sees us, man. Sweet. Sorry, Corbin.
Before anything else can be said, we screw it up on the wall, get the inspector in, pass the inspection, boom. Pass. Cheers, Corbin.
Still to come this week on the Block NZ. Our teams try to harness the elements. Fire.
Are you melting the pipes?
Don't freak out about it.
Damo the Destructor burns everything in his path. Water. Welcome to this year's Walk the Plank Challenge. Who will stand and who will take a dive? And they're going to need plenty of wind in their sails to get their kitchens and dining rooms across the line.
What are you doing now?
I'm cleaning.
Not going to be able to get them straight.
Toes down!